Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Evan Geyer. Today, it's Evan on talking wrestling, and I'll get to what I would do if I were mega rich at the end. So, wrestling. Wrestling is, in general, is a bunch of practice to go to a meet to wrestle two or three times, or just once, depending on if it's a meet or a tournament, to defeat an opponent. Wrestling, in my opinion, should be about making mistakes, trying things that aren't usually tried, and getting better for the long run. We're all trying to win that match right then and there. And a match has 3 2-minute periods. If we win in the first period, we're missing out on 2 periods of experience. So why not wrestle for the long run? Why not take a team and not try to pin them all in the first round? However, rather if we're better than the opponent and our main move is like a low single, why not try to do a double? Why not try to do a drag? Why not try to do a head and arm? Just to get used to different moves in a match that you're not generally used to gain experience, to win in the long run, and then maybe try some things that you wouldn't normally try, like in a match, both up instead of down, or to get the escape point, or things like that. And you can do this not only in the matches, however, you can do this in practice, because I remember practice being repetitive. Like I was wrestling the same people, and I was doing the same moves to defeat the same people. And sometimes I was shadow wrestling, so I wasn't even wrestling someone, I was just going through the moves. I think that the practice could be organized in a way where we're thinking about the strategy of the match rather than just the move and how to win in a certain situation. That would be what I would do, if I could do wrestling over again, to gain experience, um, and for the long run, not just to win in the short run. If it were a match that I could just win right away, I would want to kind of delay the win, or maybe accidentally not win even, because I would be gaining experience for a better situation in the future, uh, and I would become a better wrestler for it. That's what I'm talking about. Wrestling wasn't about experience and strategy, rather, it was about winning and being in physical shape. Now, that was definitely a bonus to the wrestling that I was in, physical shape. Um, I I can't thank my coach enough for the for that. It was like whenever people wrestled, and if I could do things differently as a coach or wrestler, not that I regret my past, I would. During matches, I wouldn't make it about ending the match and trying to win. However, make the match longer, extend the match where maybe someone would be pinned in a minute to a 6 minute match where one might not score as much for the team. However, the wrestler would get more experience and have time to try moves that wouldn't maybe normally be used. Essentially, if one was good at head and arm, maybe switch to a low single or double leg and risk not getting a takedown to become a better wrestler. We In wrestling, you don't get a chance to wrestle people other than your team very often. So if you're gonna wrestle someone who is not on your team, Why make it a minute when you could make it 6 minutes? Why not extend the length of the match, or go for experience rather than winning? That's Evan on wrestling, pretty short. And I'll tell you what I'll do if I were mega rich. If I were mega rich, I would start a church. And I think I would give most of my money to the church when I died. So that the church is still there. The church, the entity of the church can go on if I'm alive or dead. And maybe if I was reincarnated, I could be back into. I could benefit from some of that money that I gave to the church again, because it would be my church, hopefully, or church that I would be a part of, leadership of. All right. Well, that's Evan on wrestling, and I will talk to you later and see you.